Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on March 20, 10:37 p.m. Birmingham. Topic: I had a blog the other day that I mentioned. If you go back and you'll see that a cure or a vaccine for smallpox, chickenpox, mumps, measles, and all these things, and even polio before that. And then I said the flea and the tick, and I couldn't remember the bugs or the stuff you got flea and ticks. Then I said mosquito. I said, look at those, and you'll find that they will have the vaccine for the coronavirus. Now, what I couldn't remember when I said off of the mosquito was malaria. And I said it in a blog days ago. You can go back and see 2, 3, 4 days ago. But here is my point. Hydroxychloroquine, or quine, not quinine, but hydroxychloroquine and azithromycin, that last word, mycin there. Can you see those? Okay, I think you got it. The point I am making right here is when I said that you'll probably find these cures for this coronavirus somewhere in something we've already had, that we've already mastered. Now, let me jump back. Going back to when I was on the police department, I did a lot of off-duty work, like working the golf course on the weekends. I'd work that about 3 to 4 hours Saturday and Sunday. Extra job, I got paid well. And then working traffic 8 hours on Monday, because I worked nights, got paid well. And then every day from 5 p.m. to 5:45, I would work Lakeshore. This is a main highway off of Highway 280, edge of Mountain Brook, that I would be the traffic light for there. I was there 5 days a week for 2 years. So I worked a lot of overtime, but all this required me being on my legs. And that kind of got my legs aching. So my doctor started giving me quinine. I would take a single quinine in a tiny white inch-long capsule, if it was that long, about once every 4th or 5th night. One would stop the aches for several nights. And then, many years later, they pulled it off of the market, just like they did Vicks Formula 44, the cough syrup you had that had codeine in it. I used to give that to my daughters when they were sick, half a teaspoon at night. They slept all night like a baby. But we didn't abuse it, never did. Quinine you couldn't abuse. I mean, what is it? Just leg cramp medicine. Well, those two names I just mentioned is something that the U.S. government, and I'm talking about the Food and Drug Administration, finally hits them in the head what it is. They said, you cannot buy quinine, or we can't sell you quinine unless you have malaria. I said, why malaria? I said, I used to take it all the time for leg cramps. Yeah, but now it's used only for malaria. Well, guess what the FDA came up with and whispered in Trump's ear, and then they show this on TV. Guess what they used for the malaria quinine? Quinine. Leg cramp, quinine. The very same names I just mentioned to you there. Quinine. You can go buy quinine tablets today. It's leg cramp medicine. Doesn't say quinine. In the fine print, it will say contains quinine. If you take 50, there's 100 in the bottle. If you take 50, you're taking about the end result of a half of a capsule is quinine that you used to buy over the counter for your leg cramps. Take 50 of them and you've taken a half of a quinine. And that'll quieten your restless legs. It'll quieten your leg cramps at night so you can sleep. If you live in Florida, you can go and order, and they'll ship it to you in Florida at your home address. Quinine. Alabama, I don't know why you can't get it. Guys, quinine. I've already mentioned in the blog, but I said that stuff that you get from mosquitoes, and I couldn't think of the name malaria, but quinine is used for malaria. Quinine is used also for coronavirus. There it is. Check me out. Jody Wolf Expoz.